Hi, welcome to the Destin Business Forum, brought to you by the Destin Area Chamber of Commerce. I'm your host, Amy Perry, and my guest today is Jennifer Adams. You are the director for the Emerald Coast Convention and Visitors Bureau.
Yes.
That's a mouthful. For people who have heard the name, Emerald Coast Convention and Visitors Bureau, but don't really know exactly what you do, explain that real quick.
So my organization is funded from the collection of tourist development tax. From every overnight stay, less than 6 months, there's 5 pennies that are collected on $1. In the organization, we have the marketing and promotional team. We have the visitor information team, which are our welcome centers. And we have a environmental team, and we also have the Emerald Coast Convention Center. So the convention center is also funded by overnight stays.
Okay.
And so what we do, we're in the industry, we're a DMO, a destination marketing organization, and per state statute, our mission is to promote tourism within the taxing district in Okaloosa County.
Gotcha. But you're more, we were talking a little bit before we started shooting this segment, it's not, you know, I'm saying this as a local, it's not just more people on top of people on top of people, it's on top of people. You're really doing it sounds like responsibly, and you're thinking about, okay, when do we want to have more people in?
Correct. Right. So I've been here for about 1.5 years, and I'm loving every minute of it. It's a wonderful destination. We have a problem, though, particularly in summertime, and over-tourism in many destinations is something that the DMOs are focusing on. Last year, we updated our mission statement, and one of the focuses in our mission statement for my team is to balance the local quality of life with visitation. So we're doing that. Currently, you know, we typically marketed for 4 seasons, with summer being our biggest. The Tourist Development Council we've discussed the direction of having 2 seasons. So peak season, which is June, July, and August, and then prime season, which is September to May. So we're shifting our marketing dollars, our messaging, to really focus on September to May. We have just as many rooms in December than we do in July.
Right.
So we need to create stories and messaging so we can tell people all the wonderful things that you can do here. You know, we've been typically a beach destination and a fishing destination, and we're never going to abandon that, but there are more stories to tell, and I think that we can tell those and bring more visitation during prime season.
I've always been surprised that more people, and I know we have snowbirds during that, what people used to call the off season.
Right.
We had snowbirds, but a lot of people aren't coming here in the winter months because they think it's so cold. To me, it's not, it doesn't really ever get cold here.
No.
I mean, maybe a couple of days, but it's a place where somebody from Canada, upstate New York, I mean, they come down here and be like, oh, it's great in
Right.
December or January. And I don't see that, so it sounds like you're going to be marketing more towards
Correct.
that sort of thing.
So this year, what we did was we looked at some of the airline flights, the nonstop, and the routes that are coming in with the Legion and some of our legacy carriers. And so we hit markets like New York, Chicago, Houston, Raleigh, and we follow that pattern. And we're, you know, when we go and have conversations in New York, you know, the Northeast, that region, they go to South Florida, and they don't know that our season is the exact opposite. So, you know, and of course they're not going to come to Destin in July. If you're in the Northeast, you're going to go to the Atlantic, you know, to
Right.
those beaches. But hop on the direct flight from Newark to Destin Fort Walton Beach Airport via Allegiant, and you can get here pretty quickly, and the weather's beautiful.
Yeah.
So that's sort of our approach.
And I can remember standing in the water in Antigua years and years ago, and it's beautiful, but I'm thinking, I took a long plane ride to get here, and these beaches aren't any more beautiful than ours.
Yeah.
You know, I always say that when I was on the board of the chamber, you know, you can come here and you don't need a passport.
Exactly. And in fact, we were in New York a few weeks ago, and we had an editorial roundtable with 25 editors from Meredith Time Inc. And some of my partners came, and we had fun with it. We brought some lionfish up there, and we were talking about lionfish, we talked about fishing, and we just had great conversations, and they had no idea, not only where we are, but how beautiful we are, you know, and
like
how
little
easy you
hidden
can
treasure.
get. So
Yeah, it's amazing.
we're going to tell more stories, and that's we've somehow lost our storytelling, and we need to get back there.
Yeah. All right, beach ambassadors. Tell me about that. That's an interesting.
So we're coming up on summer season, and 10% of the revenues that we bring in are earmarked for public safety. So we have, the Okaloosa Island and the public safety offers, the Destin Fire Control District, and obviously our Sheriff's Department. And they have big jobs. I mean,
Yes.
we have a lot of people on the beaches. So this
Keep
year,
order, save lives.
Yeah. So this year we're going to have some ambassadors on the beach, and their job is to talk with people, interact with them, let them know about public safety, the beach flag system, tell them about the area, find out where they're from, and really have conversations so that we can get to know them a little bit more. The public safety officers, they need to focus on keeping people safe.
Yes.
And so the ambassadors are a little bit of just a friendly face and also helping our research initiative. We're currently conducting several research studies because we need to go back and find out what our brand is. And so it's all going to tie together in the end.
Gotcha. Okay. We talked about public safety initiatives. I made some notes. Partner programs. Tell me more about that.
So last year we implemented a new program where we have an in-kind partner program. We actually have 78 partners. When we are working on storytelling, we bring a lot of journalists and bloggers and influencers to the area, primarily September through May. And so we ask for in-kind, maybe, in kind with like overnight stays, restaurants, charters, anything adventure. So our partners contribute to that. It's not a paid program. And then we promote them. So when we went to New York, we brought some partners. Next year we hope to bring more partners. But we can't just tell the story. We're not the only ones. We have to have engagement from the community and some excitement back into it.
Right.
And that will begin the storytelling. And our partners are the front line for us.
And they're going to know the story better when they're talking about. I always tell everybody that's sitting in that chair, if you know your business, it's going to be an easy interview,
right?
Because they know it better than anybody,
right?
You know this better than anybody, and the people that are promoting their businesses know.
Yeah.
Hey, this is a little secret.
We brought our local chef from Jacacudas came with us, and he actually used some lionfish and some royal reds, and put it into his menu, and then he was able to take the fresh fishing from the fresh seafood from our waters, put it into his cuisine, and then talk about it. So you're just carrying that story forward even more.
Okay, I have about 15 seconds, so tell me very quickly what I've forgotten in that amount of time, and then you'll have to come back.
I will. Thank you. I'd love to come back. We just hope that we can work together with the local community to really go back to balancing that quality of life. It's a great place to live first, work then, and then visit. So that will be our mission, and you'll be hearing from us.
I think all the locals will appreciate that balance. Hey, thank you. I mean it. Come back.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching.